Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on my podcast channel, Eminent Television. President Ruto depending on ODM to vote him back to re-elect him 2027 is the biggest lie and the biggest lose in politics that I've ever seen. Why am I saying this? Let me break it for you. In ODM team, ODM is divided into 3 teams. There are those people who are against President Ruto. There are those people who are neutral. They will not vote. And there are those people who will support President Ruto in order to punish Mt.Kenya people whom they can't punish. Let me break it for you. When the first team, these people are neutral. There are some of the ODM members, most probably Luos. These people, they said, and I know from the bottom of their hearts, Raila Amolo Odinga's they had fun when you are affected till now. They said, and this is what they said, the moment we buried Raila Amolo Odinga, we buried our votes. We will never cast any votes again. They are there, not one, not two, 100,000s of people who will not vote. And that is where the president is depending that these people will vote for me. That is the first one. They will never vote. They are there. I know them. Na hiyo ni maamuzi yao, washaamua hivyo. You can't force them. Walisema Raila Amolo Odinga alishazikwa hata kwa ballot paper, kama atakuwa tutaenda kuvote. That is the first team. The second team, there are some of the people who believe that Raila Amolo Odinga's death ilitokea kwa President Ruto. Why am I saying this? Do you remember when President Ruto was campaigning, he said very well that huyu mzee nitampeleka Bondo bila kujua. So there are some of the people who believe that President Ruto allegedly killed Raila Amolo Odinga. Wanasema that Raila Amolo Odinga had handshake with Moi, after Moi kumtesa na Moi ndiye angemua, hakukufa. Aka have handshake na Kibaki, hakukufa. Aka have handshake na Uhuru, hakukufa. Aka have handshake na President Ruto na hajakaa hata one term, ashamalizwa. They believe that, and therefore they are saying that huyu jamaa hatumtaki. Now there are hundreds of people, almost millions of people saying that we will not vote President Ruto, yeye ndiye aliua kiongozi wetu. That is reality. Hizo ni votes yenye President Ruto anategemea ati itampeleka huko. And then there is this third team yenye mimi naonanga ni mentally ill. Mentally, I can't even say. These people are mentally damaged because they are saying that they are supporting President Ruto, but they don't like him. They are supporting him to punish the people of Mount Kenya. How can you punish the people of Mount Kenya? These people are always above us, above the Luos. These people, hata ukiangalia maendeleo, these people are very far from us. How can you punish him? Ati tunataka President Ruto awafinye. President Ruto akiimpose ama adeploy any tax venye ali deploy finance bill, nyinyi mna support. This finance bill will not work only in Kikuyus, bro. It will work in entire Kenya. Watu itaumiza ni watu maskini kabisa. Watu wa Mount Kenya wako na do. To be honest, they will not be affected as such. Watu wenye wako chini kabisa ndio watafinywa mpaka chini. And then you say that we will support President Ruto to punish the people of Mount Kenya who voted him in 2022 kama Raila ako. That is the wrong thing that we have ever think as Luos. And sometimes I wonder why watu wanatusifu tumesoma, but politically we are very we are not clever. Sisi ni madwanzi. Yeah? And that is where President Ruto is really targeting these people to vote him back 2027. So hao watu wachache, because there are not many, ni watu tu wachache ndio wako on that side. So ODM iko na 3 teams and the president is depending on this. Surely. Well, itakuwa ngumu. Because in Mount Kenya, these people, they have decided, and you saw what happened in Olkalau. It clearly shows you that Mount Kenya hata utumie nini wakishaamua. And I really like the politics. I really like the Kikuyus, how they carry their politics. And that is why they have been in government. Even if it means to let us do this to win. Hata kama ni kununua kura ama kunini, they can contribute. They have money, number one. They can use every resources to make sure that they are in government. And they have always been there because they know the fruits of government. Yeah? They have decided and the president is in panic. President hata ajui nini nitafanya sasa mahali imefika. Because all people from Mount Kenya are against his regime. And to be honest, without kukua on side, Mount Kenya, for you to run this country, at least you must have at least 40% of Mount Kenya. Let's talk of 40%. To be honest, we have come to prove it. And that is why we are telling you that Professor Kithure Kindiki, President Ruto might drop him. Remember, President anatafutanga mtu anatumia. The other time you heard Rigathi Gachagua saying that President anatumana watu kwangu ndio tuende tukae chini tuongee na yeye. Si ndio? Na yeye hataki. Some of the UDA allies are also intending to join DCP na wana chat na president na Rigathi Gachagua usiku. Rigathi Gachagua aliwanika. So hapa itakuwa ngumu. Hapa ni ngumu. Itakuwa ngumu for president to win this election. Because Wakenya sahi wameamua. Kama ni mbaya ni mbaya. In fact, they went ahead mpaka wana search magari za polisi na polisi. Wanakataa polisi aingie kwa polling station. Wewe kaeni huko nyuma, sisi tulinde kura yetu. What's your take on this? What's your thought? Unafikiria itakuwa rahisi for president to win depending on Luo on ODM votes pekee venye watu wa ODM have been the loudest saying that President Ruto utapita na kura yetu hata kama ni kura 2 lazima utangazwe. Will it be easy? Will it be an easy task for President Ruto? Thank you for watching.